The witnessing of Peter and John lasted for quite some time. You recall that they went to the temple to pray at 9 a.m. And the Bible tells us, I think reading verse 3, it says that verse 3 says, they laid hands on them and put them in custody until the next day, for it was already evening. So they witnessed from about 9 till around 5, 6 in the evening. Or let's give them, say, 9:30, 10. After the man had been healed and had been jumping all over the place. We're looking at no less than 6 hours. So what we read in chapter 3, which we probably read in about 10 or less than 5 minutes, was something that took place well over a 6-hour period. And at some point in time, when they were preaching, when they were witnessing, the elders in the church, the captain or the leader, the ruler of the temple, the Sadducees, what you call the leadership of the Jews, must have been listening to what was being said. And after a while, they were becoming unsettled in their hearts about what are these people talking about. And as a result of that, the Bible says they arrested them and they kept them in custody overnight. The next day, they were brought before the full house. By then, everybody had gathered, what we call the Sanhedrin, as well as their aides. They were all gathered and they were brought before them. And try as they could, they just could not find anything. They asked them questions and Peter answered. And as much as they tried, they just couldn't find anything that they could hold them on. And so eventually, they let them go. Now, obviously, from what we've read, there are a lot of things that we would love to discuss here. But in this meeting, we want to focus broadly on the outcome of Peter and John's witnessing, which witnessed both good and bad outcomes from the human perspective. But from heaven's perspective, it is all in a witness's day. But you might call it good and bad, or bad or good, or whatever. As far as heaven is concerned, this is part of the life of a witness. So today, what we want to discuss is the potential results of effective witnessing. The potential results of effective witnessing. Now, of course, when we say something is potential, we're saying that it can happen. The possibility that the possible results, the things that may happen, they could happen, but they may not happen. But we'll see this as we go along. Now, when we witness effectively, there are effects or impacts of our witnessing that trigger possible outcomes. Now, so we shall start by looking at the impact of witnessing on the listeners, either those who are directly listening or those who are listening indirectly, maybe eavesdropping to what is being said and so on and so forth. And then when we look at, after we've seen the impact, we will now come to the potential results, because it is arising from the impact of witnessing.